about like COVID? Do you think that's like impacted like your college scene or anything else in your life?
As a person outside of soccer, it definitely taught me it's okay to like be alone and be off to yourself. As a soccer player, I was panicking at first when COVID happened because I didn't know what was gonna happen. Like I think that was like my junior year of college. But during that time, that was a time that I really spent like working on like weaknesses in my game. So like my left foot, like my long ball, like my shot, things like that. It was a blessing in disguise, sort of, but it still sucks at the end of the day, so yeah.
As a graduate student versus an undergrad, like what are your thoughts about like how difficult it has been for you, what you've learned? Obviously you're almost done, congratulations.
Appreciate that. Probably like gotta apply yourself a little bit more, because in undergrad I think you can get away with some things or not trying as hard. I'm like the youngest person in my classes most of the time. You have like these 40, 50-year-olds writing extensive answers like on discussion board posts, and I'm just writing like a paragraph or two. So like, I don't know, it kind of forced me to kind of try harder, I guess. It can happen like several different ways. So like my freshman year I didn't play. I came in and I didn't play, but I trained. That year I didn't use up any eligibility because you get 4 years. That means that you can use it later on after your undergrad. So that's basically what it is. Or if you get hurt like in the middle of the season, or if you play like not a lot of minutes within a certain time frame, then you can redshirt.
Do you like miss being away from home?
I'm only like an hour 45, 2 hours away, so it's not that big of an adjustment as opposed to like you or I was like 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away from home. I don't really miss home that much. Like my parents can see me whenever they want. I could go home whenever I wanted, so it wasn't a matter of if I missed home or not. Probably the college part, the schoolwork, just being like, for example, this past season we went to Chicago first, and then we went to Virginia first, then Chicago, in the span of like 5 days. I missed a whole week of school. Some professors are like empathetic and sympathetic, but some aren't, and then you still have to make up the work, so that's probably the worst part.
How are games on the road? Speaking about that, traveling can be a concern to your performance, mentality, like you said initially.
At Hartford, like we used to be a better away team than we were at home. We were terrible at home, but away we always won. So I kind of just brought that like mentality into like Rhode Island. At the end of the day, like it's just another venue, it's just another place. Like it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Like unless you're going to like Camp Nou in Barcelona, then that's the only time you should really be nervous.